Hi, I'm Oma.
Drya.
Flynn.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had made your way to Addersfeld from Hayfried's Void, and you had once again met up with your friend James the Fisherman. After doing your business at the Iron Light Collective, you guys were able to actually go and sit down and have a pretty nice meal with James and his daughter Flora. You guys enjoyed the meal, and after a little bit of relaxation, you all said your farewells to Xavier and Zeta as they embarked on their journey to, at this point, who knows where. Xavier is trying to figure out a little bit more about Olma's past, but their direction seems unknown at this point. But before departing, Xavier gave you all a little parting gift that him and Hayfried had worked on in the form of 3 golden coins, and had instructed that if you place these coins on top of an unconscious creature's head, they will be instantaneously teleported to Hayfried's Void in one of the cages. Olma then demonstrated this, and you all said goodbye to Xavier. You made your way back to Hayfried's Void, and Olma quickly went to work in creating 4 new healing potions with the couple of rubies that you guys had put together. And with that, you are all standing in Hayfried's Void. New healing potions now in your pockets. What would you all like to do?
I do remember there being a bunch of weapons on. I think there was something that brought down a bunch of weapons. Mm-hmm. Could I have noticed that? Is that still down?
At this point, Hayfried is just beginning to dismiss it.
Wait! Hey, Freed, hold on.
Yeah, what?
Can I look?
Yeah, sure.
And I'm gonna.
He motions and he brings the platform back down.
I'm gonna jump on top.
Okay.
And I'd like to scour for a small crossbow. Maybe like a hand crossbow.
Small crossbow. Okay. I'm going to have you make either perception or investigation.
Okie dokie. Rolling. That's not bad. Investigation or perception. I'll do perception. Total of 20.
Total of 20. Nice. So you're looking through the racks, and you can see most of these are like handheld melee weapons. Mm-hmm. You see a bunch of spears, you see a bunch of swords, but off in the corner on this little table, you do see a crossbow sitting there. Doesn't look quite as fancy as everything else, but you do notice the crossbow.
Oh, this will do. I'll look around for bolts or anything. Are there bolts like with it? Or
there is actually a pouch of bolts right up next to it.
Grab that, grab the crossbow, and
Hey, Freed, can I have this?
Yeah, let me see it.
Okay. Please.
Yeah, seems harmless enough.
Yeah.
And I'll let's put it in my bag.
Just be careful where you point it.
Sure.
All right. Can I put this any sort of motions?
I'll take one last look.
Yeah, you're done.
Okay, fine.
And he pushes it back off, and it continues its rotation around the center platform.
And I'll go back and sit down and pull my crossbow out and just start looking at it.
Okay.
Hey, Freed, you're a really good friend to have.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of useless shit around here that I don't use anymore.
I mean, like, who needs money when we've got a friend like you?
Well, money's still good to have, you know.
Which one of these petrified people was the owner of that crossbow before it became that of young Flynn here?
I don't think I want to discuss that right now.
Right. Yeah, a good friend indeed to have.
Yeah.
Well, he's not petrifying us.
I know. I'm just...
He would never.
Deserves its due, Oma.
Well, I mean, depends how much of my shit you take. But anyways, is there anything else I can help you all with?
Do you have any charms against petrification we might borrow?
Oh, yeah, let me see. I've got a whole closet full of them. No, of course not.
Right. Well, thank you all the same.
As Flynn is putting his crossbow away and referring to his, like, the things that I take out the healing potion, and I put my hand on my heart, and I just look into the heart of the healing potion, kind of longingly, as I kind of sighs. And then I put the healing potion back in one of my pouches.
All right.
So, where are we going?
Southeast from here, roughly. Flynn, do you have that map there? Can we take a look?
Yeah, and I'll pull the map out. And I'll point to Nestle Valley, and I think we're going here. And then I'll pull out the contractor summons that we got at the Iron Light, and I'll just read over it.
Like a pretty basic letter.
Yeah, and it said from Graham Senior.
Yes, it was just addressed Senior, but Junior was a Graham Bludgeon.
This is where we'll go, and then we'll be able to go north from here to the ruins.
Looks like we could go south through Westbury.
Yeah.
Past that the grey forest there.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully no giant spiders too.
I'm sorry. What are all these letters?
So Flynn and I stopped by his little requisite thing for a job from the Iron Light.
Oh. So we're working for the Iron Light now?
We're just doing a little errand.
Yeah,
basically.
I
It's on our way, old man. We need the money.
Yeah, we need the money.
Okay. Well, what are the other ones then? I don't understand.
Well, the other ones are in case we want more money. We just kind of took a few that we thought we might be able to handle, and
they're all in this general
area. Yeah.
Region.
Wait a minute, I thought we were family. You made a decision of what we were going to engage in a faction without consulting us first. I'm with Oma on this. I feel very broad-sided, I think is the word.
You don't have to have any part of it, Shreya. It's simply delivering the message, which is a somber, mournful one. So I'm inclined to assist Flynn. It's a small thing. And then from that, it doesn't have to mean official business.
On the way to the Duckier Ruins.
Right. Well, we can either try to brave the Grey Forest and the mountains, go back over the Bartok Rise, but in a steeper capacity, or we can take to me would seem an easier path and go south through Westbury.
Oh, okay, so it's just a little bit safer, and all we have to do is stop and tell someone something?
Yeah, it's just delivering a message. That's it.
Promise?
Then, will you give them the details? I don't feel right.
Yeah, I mean,
it's your story to tell.
I'll look at it and I'll read the summons to them.
So on the front, you see that it is addressed to a Graham Bludgeon II. And on the inside, it says, "My dearest Junior, I'm afraid the situation here at home has not improved. I'm well aware that your Iron Light training takes time, but you had promised to come back and help us defend our homes by now. The Drow returned last night to further negotiate their terms. I hope for you to finish your training quickly and return to us to help defend ourselves as you promised. Hoping to see you soon. Signed, Senior."
When was this sent?
Does it have a date?
It does not. No. But the way that it was sort of piled up in the requisite, probably a couple months.
I mean, recently-ish. Like maybe a few months.
Okay. I just don't understand why nobody else passed this message on in the last couple of months. Like, it just seems kind of crazy.
You should see this room of theirs. Oh no, it's pile paper. There's no end to people in need of help. And we're not going necessarily to resolve whatever kind of trouble this Graham Senior's in, but just to deliver the message that his son is...
Well, just know that as the longer we take, the more we risk that other guy getting to the ruins before us and ruining everything.
Ruining the ruins?
Ruining the ruins.
And is it even possible?
Well, he might take up all the clues and run away with them, and then how are we ever going to solve anything?
I have other things I need to solve too. So...
Well, yeah, but this is really bad, right? I mean,
Well, we could.
The coming storm, the chaos monster.
Fallen storm.
Well, whichever one he is luring people to the Duckier Ruins to turn them into some monster culty thingies that he can zap and turn on whenever he wants to.
Yeah, well, and I'll kick a rock. I also sent a sentinel to take care of it as well. So
Well, I don't trust them.
It is unfortunate, based on your time in this place where you've received this message, that so few people are willing to tackle the ills of the world.
I think it might not be for lack of will, but rather manpower.
yeah.
Or creature power.
Person power.
Right. Or creature power.
Right.
Well,
Not for nothing. We could first try to go straight to the ruins and then go down to Nestle Valley. Looks from the map to be a more perilous journey, but it'd be faster.
It seems like we can get to Nestle pretty easily and then easily also get to the Key Ruins.
Right. I'm sorry. Is Tito with us?
I would hope so.
Yes, he is still with you.
Oh, good.
Is he coming with us?
Yes. As I've mentioned before, I have a feeling that with us is the safest place for him in this world that is very unfamiliar to him.
I'm just shaking my head, but like just with resignation.
I can get him to listen. He's a powerful ally, and
Again, I pick up one of the javelins and I put it under his beak to gauge his reaction.
And as you turn around to hand it to him, you see that Tito is not there.
Oh no!
You see that he has flown up to one of the platforms that Flynn had previously been on that is just stacked with as many papers as you can possibly imagine. And he is, with his beak, picking papers out of each of the stacks and making himself like a little nest on one of the tables.
Tito!
He seems...
And I do this little wingspan, both twirl and then stiffening as my wings slap back down next to my body in a gesture of like, get over here right now.
Make an intimidation check.
Yes, I will. 18.
18. Okay, he looks right over at you. He grabs one more paper, slowly puts it down, and then flies back over to you.
He seems kind of happy, Shreya.
I would not want to put his care under Hayfried.
And I look over.
What about under Timmy? Timmy's here.
Timmy, there's an unpredictable. Again, I think we're better together.
I'm gonna put my hand up and just kind of like pat Shreya's wing and like kind of tug a little bit so I can pull him down to my level. If he comes down to my level.
I will come down to him.
I'm gonna just like look you in the face and kind of whisper into your ear and say, Shreya? I don't know if you remember this, but we've only known each other for like a couple of months, but the amount of times that you've almost died is a lot, and I'm just afraid that if more people come with us, that's just more people that we have to protect that could easily die, and if he's happy here, maybe he can just stay.
I'm hesitant to bind him to a place that is so unlike if the amount of the world that I've been in, and that's also very little. Being away from the boundless sky for even a little while has done things to my soul, and I would not want to put that on him.
I understand, but he seems kind of happy here. And we don't always know where we're going to be. Like, we might be underground, or we might be in ruins, and it might just be worse.
Can I gauge Tito's relative level of comfortability, hominess in this environment?
Yeah, make an insight check.
That is not dirty 20.
Dirty 20. He's definitely getting more comfortable.
More comfortable?
You can see at this point he's not fidgeting and twitching quite as much. You can see he's sort of starting to relax in this space.
I give a wry stare over to Hayfried as I see this, and I am feeling the heat from Olma as my feathers kind of just bristle a little bit, and I stretch out my hands and just pop the fingers out and back as I shake my head, and I look over again at Tito, and then I look back at Hayfried and just give him a stare.
Hayfried, we have asked so much of you. I can't tell you. I couldn't possibly deign to ask for more. That is to look after this wild thing that is of me, of my brethren. Perhaps it might be best for our mission, if we want to call it that, for him to stay here. Is that asking too much? I think it is.
He's more than welcome to stay. I'm not taking care of him.
Is Timmy in view?
Oh gosh, what is Timmy doing?
You can see Timmy is like stacking up some books and like organizing one of the platforms. You can see like the platform that he's on is like completely jumbled and it's a complete mess. And you can see he's starting to like organize, starting at one corner and like slowly moving around the platform.
Timmy! Timmy, I need you to talk to you for a second.
Yeah?
Guys, there are a few things All right, so this may be a Tito.
Motion over for Tito. I'm going to attempt to get the two familiar enough with each other begrudgingly. I look over at Olma and I say under my breath before I leave her side,
If he comes back in any altered kind of intricate way that he's forgotten where he comes from by the time we see him again,
Shreya? And I just
Yes?
reach out and I grab his arm. It can't be any worse than prison, right?
Well, I suppose that's true. Okay.
and I'm going to continue to various like squawking to familiarize and establish trust between Timmy and Tito, as well as briefing Tito, briefing Timmy on, I give him a few hand gestures, I give him a few just modes of physical etiquette behavior that I, with any luck, can imbue in him to wrangle at most wrangle Tito and at least give him a comfy way of existing in this void.
If there were ceiling tiles in this void, I would be counting them. Like, that is the level of interest I have taken in this entire affair.
Hey, Freed?
Yeah.
You've done so much for us. Is there anything we can get for you while we're like out and about in the world? Like, just like to look for? Like, is there anything you particularly want that might not cost a lot of money, but like maybe we could just find in the world?
How about some potions that reverse petrification?
Look into it. Is that a thing that exists?
Fuck if I know.
I can make one.
That would be
I'm getting
great.
really good at this. Maybe
Yeah.
you can can I take some tools, like maybe a bowl to mix it in, and like.
Take more from Hatefree.
No. I'm trying to make something for him. I just want I don't have anything to mix potions in. Maybe just the stuff that I mixed our healing potions in.
Yeah, you can use the stuff. You can take the stuff that you mixed your potions in.
Okay, thanks. And I'll try to make a potion for you. Who knows? I'm really good at this now.
All right, well, we'll see.
All right.
Are we all set then?
We should.
Which route do we want to take? Do we want to go straight to the ruins, or are we going south?
I think an easier path might be welcomed right now. We've been kind of through a lot.
So then through this place here,
And I motion to the map, Talon on Westbury.
Yeah, I think let's just take the road this time.
Really? That seems kind of novel.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, bye, Hayfried.
All right.
Bye, Timmy.
See you all when you
Bye,
get back.
Tito.
Thank you, Hayfried.
I put my hands on Tito's shoulders and I give him a longing look, and just give him as a way of stealing him.
I lean over to
the
Kevin.
loneliness of. Well, I give him comfort.
What do you think they're saying?
I think Shreya is trying to explain to him that the ways that the world
You have
has
no idea, do you?
formed into. No, I'm onto something here. Okay. I just need to look a little bit. No, I have absolutely no clue.
Well, Timmy, I hope you are happy here. And is there anything you want us to look for while we're out and about?
An extra broom would be nice.
Oh, buddy.
How
An
does the
extra
void
broom?
get dirty anyway?
I don't know. And yet.
And yes.
And he
and I literally
broad motions out to everything.
I just kick some dust off of the floor.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try to find you a broom.
That was kind of a joke, but
I mean,
I guess it would be better than what
how
I
about an
currently
extra
have.
hand?
That would be very helpful.
Yeah, if only we had something like that. Ready to go?
Okay.
Onward.
All right,
I think Timmy will survive. I think I'll be all right.
as you all want to exit into Marstock, you do not need to take the teleportation circle. You just take the sort of Jello-esque doorway that you guys had originally entered in. It is still gross.
Oh, I
hate this.
You know, every time I walk out of that, I think I'm going to be covered in goop, and I'm not.
No.
And it's so weird.
It's very
I feel like
disconcerting.
it's in my mouth and it's
I'm
not.
dry.
Yeah.
Beak fixing
And
feathers.
it's like the air tastes better, but you don't want to breathe it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right,
I
so
hope
you
you didn't
guys
forget anything.
Well, certainly
don't-
lots of things to forget in there.
Alright.
At this point.
I mean, we can always come back, right?
Yeah, you can go through. I don't want to go through that right now.
All right, so you guys exit. You are currently in Hayfried's home, and then you walk out and see once again all around you the town of Marstock. And one of the first things that you see is you look right across the way from Hayfried's place, and you see like a little, I wouldn't even call it a tavern. It's just sort of like a little shop, and you see a newsstand there with almost like newspapers, and a little boy standing there handing out pamphlets to people as they pass by.
Is our face on those newspapers?
Yeah, what can we see?
As you guys walk up, you see that it looks just like a couple of headlines. There are no pictures or anything. And luckily your names are not in those newspapers.
What names are?
You see a couple of different headlines. You see, it says, Major Victories for Kaldur. Warfront
boy.
advances into Ondale and Ganboldir.
Oh boy.
Beaconsdale, Coldcrest, and Shadefort among the territories captured.
Oh.
Troops advance towards further victories.
Oh my god.
What were the other two? Coldcrest and what other two?
Beaconsdale, Coldcrest, and Shadefort. And as you guys look onto the map, you see that Beaconsdale is sort of that northernmost territory, which you had also heard a town crier previously say that North Shield had been captured last time you had heard a town crier. So now Kaldur has officially moved into Beaconsdale, North Shield, as well as Coldcrest. And they're slowly, it seems, moving up northwards towards the capital. And then you look on the map much further south, and you can see that there is a military town on the furthest coastline of Ganboldir called Shadefort, sort of right on the border of Kaldur and Ganboldir.
I just look at this, like I've picked up one, and I just have an expression of like a wan expression, just of stunned, but being stunned. And I sort of like give a look over to Flynn, like of just raw surprise. We were just in Huddersfield talking about how the line was being held.
I thought it was fine.
News must not have reached Huddersfield yet.
Kelly, can you reach out to him?
To
Your friend.
Jarnan?
See if he's okay?
I suppose I should. I'm just going to go back into Hayfried's hut.
Oh, God.
Not through the portal.
Okay.
Just into the hut.
Okay.
I'll walk in with him and just like give him company. But
Yeah.
sit somewhere next to him.
And like in a more like cautious and circumspect manner than usual, I will like sequester myself, and I'll search for the tether that would connect me to Jarnan. Can I find it as I cast sending?
You are able to find it, yeah.
I grab it and I twist around my palm and I pull it to my heart and I cast sending.
Okay.
Ajungis. Jarnan, it's Kellic. Are you all right? I heard news that Goldcrest has fallen. Tell me you're okay. Tell me the news. I wait. I look up at Flynn.
What do you say?
He, it must not have worked. I grab it again. I cast Sending again. Ajungis. Darn it, it's Kellic. Tell me you're all right. I cast Sending again. Ajungis! Jarnin! Damn it, Jarnin! Damn you, Jarnin, you fool! You fool, I told that fucking idiot Vash not to stay on that line anymore! That it wasn't sustainable! That this war couldn't be won! Damn!
Do I see this? Do I hear this?
Yeah, he'd be saying this.
Put my hand on his arm.
Vash!
Vash isn't the one that killed him.
He was responsible for those lives.
Someone had to guard that outpost.
Why?
Because of Kaldur.
Because of dead gods. Because of a light in the sky that's gone dim. Stars that are burning out. I hate that place.
I'm sorry.
We could spend the rest of our days delivering messages to fathers of their dead sons. I've got to put an end to this. I don't know how.
I don't either, but I know we have access to their capital now.
To whose?
Oakenspire.
What do you mean, access?
We have a teleportation circle that goes right to the heart of Oakenspire.
Goes to the outskirts of it.
Yeah.
Of the most heavily guarded city in the nation.
It's a start. We didn't have that earlier.
To do what, Flynn? You want to plant a bomb on it?
No. But maybe there's a way to get inside and take out the corruption. Take out the monster.
I don't think that Kaldur is a monster you can behead for bloody points on your sentinel card, Flynn.
I walk out of the room.
I sit for 5 minutes.
I'll scoff past the group, and Jarnet's dead, and I'll just walk off towards the tree that I was at before.
Okay.
Let's walk off towards the tree, kind of in a huff.
I just stare at Shreya.
I stare back at her, then stare down my hands and shake my head.
Which one do you want to go talk to?
Shall I throw a javelin for it? If it lands point side up, then I can talk to Kellic, and if it lands point side down, or flat, I'll talk to Flynn.
Okay.
Take a javelin out and give it a slight look. I look around first.
I duck for cover.
Okay.
Just gonna give it the lightest little toss into the air, as if with intention to make it go straight up and straight down.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Yep.
If it's
All right.
an 11 to 20, it is point side up. If it
Okay.
is a 1 to 10, it's point side down.
1.
All right, it is point side down.
All right,
again?
I'm gonna go talk to Flynn.
And I let out the longest, like, I've been holding my breath this entire time, like, crossing all of my fingers, saying, point side down, point side down, point side down, point side down, point side down. And then it does it, and I go, oh, okay. And I nod to Shreya, and I'll turn around and walk towards the house.
All right, Shreya.
What happened, Flynn?
I'm just like, as I'm walking, are we at the tree? Am I in the
Shreya meets you at the tree.
Meets you at the tree.
Tree's not too far away.
Just reading, looking through one of my books, like, not really gaining anything from it. Well, you know, I like tried to reach out to the person that he knew, and he didn't answer, I guess. So I guess that means he's gone.
Troubling indeed.
As I close my eyes in a brief, momentary memory of those crows I was talking to flashes before my eyes, I look back at Flynn.
We always run the risk when we reach out. In concern that we're going to get the answer back that we don't want to hear.
As my wings arch up toward my ears, and I look back.
We must try to continue on, though. There could be people. There could be those that have yet to befall a terrible fate if we are not swift. Let's go back. Let's try to see if we can motion them forward.
I don't want to.
You, of all people, are losing faith now, Flynn.
I'm just tired of people not seeing the worth in what I'm doing.
What you're doing, what would lead you to believe that someone is discounting you or subverting you or where do you what?
Yeah, literally. Since we started, I've just been an annoyance. People have made fun of the group that I spend my life training for and belittle my efforts to ascend in it. And I don't understand why.
I don't understand. I understand you.
I always become a little bit lost for words.
Your fealty toward an organization. We all have our allegiance. There are factions in this world. Can't even say that as a person of my age myself.
I put my hand on his shoulder.
I don't think that, at least for my part, I ever have discounted, despite the lack of warm welcome they've given me, discounted your origins and the fealty you prescribe to your chosen family. I just think sometimes that we want to make sure that intentions are pure and that they align. I've never once thought that in my mind toward the faction you prescribe to.
Well, I thank you for that, but that's because you've seen the good it can do. We wouldn't be together if we hadn't gotten together to help your village.
Yes.
That's what these, and I hold out, I don't know if I have the letters. I hold up the letters.
Yeah, you'd have them.
That's what these are. They help people like you.
Yes, there was a very pure intention we sent out a call for distress. I can understand that. I am aware and am so grateful for that. I think that sometimes we can't lose faith now. We can't lose faith now, Flynn. That's the last thing If at this point we're going to throw up our hands and say, what's the point, then we're succumbing to the very chaos that's attempting to overshadow the good in this world.
I just felt like at this point maybe have earned a little bit of respect in the party.
You have. Please know that we're not sometimes we're simply just trying to keep it light sometimes. We don't always mean the full breadth of the perhaps poking that we're doing. You know in our heart of hearts that we love you deeply.
Kellic seemed pretty serious in there.
Well, one of his most beloved companions, or maybe if not beloved, someone he spent some dear time with, is, by all accounts, perished. Perhaps we can, what's that term? Give him a little bit of rope.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
I take him under my arm. Come on! We can do this.
All right, let's go.
All right, Oma, you walk into Hayfried's house.
I don't walk in right away.
Oh, okay. All right.
I like creak the door open and I poke my head in. Just my head. And I look for where Kellic is. Can I see him?
I am sitting in the corner of the room on the floor. I know it's not very large.
It's not a huge house. You'd be able to.
So I can see him?
Yeah.
And I see him crouched down on the ground?
I'm literally just sitting in a pretzel on the floor. Kind of looking up at the ceiling with the back of my head against the wall.
So I'm gonna push the door open further and just slowly approach him. I'm gonna approach him kind of like someone would approach a scared or wounded animal, very slowly, very cautiously. Do you look at me at all?
I just, seeing Oma in my periphery, just close my eyes with resignation.
Once I get up there, I'm going to crouch down onto my knees and just sit in front of him and put my hands on one hand on my leg and the other one on his ankle where his legs are crossed. Are you okay? I mean, that's a stupid question. Doesn't look like you're okay.
I slowly open my eyes. I'm fine, Oma. This is war. This is what happens. Jarnan knew the deal. When I came to Cudcrest, Jarnan welcomed me to the rest of my life because he knew it wouldn't be long. As long as I stayed there. It was a damned place. I was there a couple months. He was a week away from being the longest surviving medic there. So he's made it quite a bit farther than that, even. I feel foolish for thinking that he would continue to last. Foolish. So, yeah, I'm fine. And I start to just get up.
It's not foolish to want people you know and people who are nice to you to live.
No, but to... He knew the deal. And I just crack my neck and I walk out of the room.
All right, now as you walk out, you see Shry and Flynn approaching.
All right, sorry about that. Let's get out of here. Let's get on to this.
I walk over to Kellic and immediately wrap my arms around him and my wings around him, and I say in his ear,
"The world is sometimes seemingly crumbling around us. A loss is a loss, good friend. Let's try to make sure that his death wasn't in vain."
I receive this embrace limply. I don't My arms are like dead weight at my sides as he does this. Yeah, it won't be in vain, try it. Thank you, that's... Yeah.
Release him.
All right, let's go.
I exit out the house. I'm just like shuffling along behind everyone.
All right. So how do we? I mean, we should probably get like horses and stuff, right?
If our goal is haste.
Yeah, because we can probably just drop them off in the town.
So long as we don't go into any mines, I suppose it's possible.
And I'm not naming them.
Yeah.
It's a temporary horse, and it's not for forever.
Don't know if that'll help, Alma.
Well, let's go see how many they have, and I'll start walking towards the stables.
Okay. And once again, you see sitting out front is the one-armed dwarven man. And he's sort of just sitting out there, and you can see he's sitting on like this wooden crate. And he leans over to the ground next to him and picks up a little rock and just sort of like chucks it out in the middle of the road. And he looks over and he reaches down and he grabs another rock. He's just...
Are we walking past where the rocks are thrown?
You'd be walking right up to it.
Can I grab one and throw it back in his general area? I'm not going to hit him with it, but can I like...
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Hey.
Hey.
So we want to go to Westbury.
Yeah, good for you.
Good morning. Could we get like, I don't know, and I'll point to the group and myself. We want like a wagon, and then I don't know how many horses do you think would need to pull that so we could all be
The
in
four of you, just probably the one.
it? Okay. Can we? How do we do that?
You would pay me for it.
How much is it? Do you take rocks?
I don't take rocks. No. For both a horse and a cart. Well, I know that you guys sold your horse to me earlier, so
like a discount, right?
rounding down, that's going to be 80 gold.
And if we're going to Westbury, they have a stables that maybe can buy it.
Most likely.
I'll
No
look back
guarantees.
to the group and shrug.
Yeah, I suppose that's our best bet.
Maybe. I mean, even if we lose, a little bit on the sale, it's only like a little bit of gold.
As long as we don't lose the horse. I also, for the record, I have no money at the present, so...
It's okay.
Neither do I.
I'll take my bag off and set it down and go reach into my bag, and I don't pull anything out, but you just hear ching, 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 and I'm going to pull out 80 gold.
Whoa!
Okay.
So this is good? We're doing this?
I'm sort of just scratching my head at the sight of this. Yeah, all right.
If you want to buy a horse, buy a horse.
Here you go, sir.
And he takes it.
Wagon and a horse.
So you see the dwarven man get up, and he sort of walks around the corner, and he grabs the reins of one of the horses, and he brings it out, and immediately you recognize this as the horse that you had sold to him previously. And he hands you the reins. He goes back, he grabs a cart. He's got 2 carts set up there, both very simple, like uncovered carts. He hooks one up to the horse and hands you the reins.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Are we ready?
I think so.
Yes.
All right, well, let's head out. And I'll jump on the horse. And
Okay.
yeah.
The rest of you guys, I assume, hopping in the cart.
Yeah,
Just lethargically climb into this cart. I'm in this just kind of like ghostly state.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give these old spirits a stretch.
As I wing out my wingspan and I'm going to hover, 30 feet above the cart as it moves.
Okay.
I'm looking back and forth between Kellic and Flynn. Are they like even acknowledging each other at all?
No.
No.
I just
boy.
deep sigh, roll my eyes, and like pull out one of my books.
Because I'm sitting on the horse, so I'm not even in the wagon. I'm
For me, it's not pointedly. I'm just not even, I'm not making eye contact with anybody. There's like a complete sort of like absence of personality in my visage.
All right. But you guys are able to start heading down towards Westbury. And because you guys are taking a well-traveled road, I'm going to have all of you make perception checks for me. And just as a reminder, it is Still just sort of in the morning.
Come
The first light of the morning as you guys are moving on to Westbury. It is going to take you the better part of a day, so you're probably going to get there right at about sunset if unobstructed.
Okay. I rolled a 7.
Flynn, what'd you get? 7?
7, yeah.
Try
22.
22. Oma.
8.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Nice. Very fitting, Kellic. You don't say anything. You got your head
You don't want to see
buried
anything.
in your hands. Shreya, you do see, as you guys are moving along, everyone's sort of got their focus facing forward. But every once in a while, you sort of turn around and look back towards Marstock, and you can just barely see in the sky, off above Marstock, clouds rolling in. These dark storm clouds. Just reaching Marstock. But as you guys continue to travel,
Not our problem.
as you guys continue on to travel, it is going to take you guys, just under a day because you guys are traveling with a horse. You guys are going to get there a little bit quicker. So traveling to Westbury, you get there just before sunset. You guys actually get there and it is still relatively light outside. As you get to Westbury, a cute little town that is just like nestled in the foothills of this mountain. You can see a couple of windmills that are off on the far side, and you can see coming down from the mountain just a little creek, nothing even big enough to be showing up on your guys' map, but a little creek that sort of runs through, and you can see one of those giant wheels that, you know, the
Spins in the water.
spins in the
Yeah.
water and like grinds up meal and stuff like that. And you could see one of that going. You guys can hear birds chirping as you guys approach. A bunch of trees and different types of plants and flowers begin to litter the ground as you guys approach this quiet little town of Westbury. Are you guys going to be staying here for the night? Is there anything you want to do before you actually get into town?
Yeah, I'd like to, as we're going up to town or getting towards that, I'm going to keep an eye out for stables.
Stables? Okay.
Yeah.
Make a perception check for it.
Sure.
While I was doing that, what time of day is it, roughly?
The sun is just about to set. Actually, because you guys are coming up against the mountains, let me see. Yeah, the sun would be setting behind you. So it is, because Westbury is sort of nestled in between these two mountains here, it would just be, the sun would just be going down on the mountains behind you.
Okay.
I got an 8.
An 8. While Westbury is small, it's not quite as small as Marstock, where Marstock is just the one road town, just pretty much built on dirt. You can see that this one is sort of built up into the mountain a little bit. There's a little bit more elevation, and you can't quite see around all the buildings to see a stable.
Well, I can't really see anything here. Should we start asking people to see where we can maybe sell these?
I think it's also worth noting what's our plan getting to Nestle Valley from here.
Well, on the map, it looks like we go. There looks like there's like a tunnel or a mine that we can go through. And from last time, we probably don't want to bring horse A into it.
That's fair.
So keep an eye out, I guess, while we go through the
Yeah.
town.
Do we want to stay the night here, or I'm sort of regarding the group generally, or are we just trying to make time and head in if there is such a tunnel?
Well, it's either we rest here or rest in the middle of the tunnel.
Yeah, I could probably use the. I mean, it's up to you guys. Whatever you prefer.
Is Shreya back in the carriage?
As we approach, the closer we
wagon?
get to the town, I will get kicked back down and swoop in and just imagine, touch base with the group.
It's been a very quiet carriage ride, so like every time it's just quiet, I just like look at anytime that Trey is in the wagon with us and it's quiet, I'm just like looking at him, and I just like look at everyone else, and I just look back at him, and I'm gonna. Yeah, I think we should maybe take a rest, I guess. Like, sleep here so that we're not sleeping in a tunnel.
Or perhaps maybe we can find the tunnel and camp outside of it. And then on the next morning, we make our way in.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with that too.
I just nod my head.
Do we see like an inn or anything for lodging?
You actually do. As you were looking around for the stables, you do see an inn, and you see a little sign above the doorway that's painted in blue letters. It is called Brightberry Inn. And you can see right next to it is a little, like on the sign, someone painted in a couple of like blueberries and strawberries. And looking at the front of this inn, there's 2 windows on one on either side of the door, and each one of them has one of those little what do you call it? A shelf for the flowers, with like flowers of all sorts.
I remember him.
Yeah, like a windowsill, like a little windowsill with flowers on it, and it looks like a very beautiful. Like the outside is made of dark wood, and it looks very warm and inviting.
I can just run in. I feel like we should get rid of the wagon and horse first, but they might know.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Is we should maybe ask someone.
All right.
There's got to be somewhere in town where.
And then I'll just hop off the horse and head in.
Okay. As soon as you open the door, you barely even open the door before you hear, "Welcome to Brightberry Inn. How can I help?"
Oh boy.
I'll continue to open it the rest of the way and look for where the sound of the voice came from.
You don't see anyone. You see like a cozy little front room. You see a little desk that's probably just about your height, probably like made for a human-sized person or an elven-sized person.
Typical.
And you don't see anyone here. You see a bunch of like potted plants all along the walls. It looks really cute. It almost looks like a haberdashery almost in here with all the flowers and shrubbery.
Hello?
How can I help you?
Where are you?
Oh, just give me 1 second. And you hear like wood scraping on wood, almost like a chair being scraped along the ground. And you see a halfling woman hop up onto the chair from behind the desk and like pull some papers over. How can I help you?
Oh, and halfling. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. How?
Fantastic afternoon.
Yeah. Good to see. One of us. Is that weird to say?
Yeah, sure.
I'm just so used to seeing like big stuff, and it's nice to see someone, my size.
Yeah, not everything's made for people of our stature.
Right.
So,
and it should be.
like this desk, I've been meaning to get this desk a little lowered. Can I help you out?
Oh boy. Yeah. Do you know where the stables is? Stables are? Where
Yeah, so what you're going to do is you're going to head right out the door. You're going to take a left, and then you're going to see there's just like a little convenience shop right there on the corner. You're going to take a ride around that. And then if you go down that street just a little bit, it should be on your right.
Got it. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Oh, can we stay here too? Do you have rooms?
Of course you can.
How much are rooms?
Right now, we're running rooms for, and she flips through a couple of the pages. I could get you in for, if you need 1 room, I could get you in for 2 silver.
Yeah. Well, I have a few others. But yeah.
How many rooms are you going to need?
1, 2, 3, 4 rooms.
4 rooms?
Yeah.
I'm just for you.
Oh.
I don't really do this for anyone else. But just for you, I'll take the price off a couple of the rooms for you.
I appreciate it.
All right. Are you going to be checking in right now, or do you need to check in over at the stables first?
No, I mean, we can probably get the room set up right now since I'm here.
All right. Okay, so it's 4 rooms times 2. That's 8, and then if we're taking
4.
All right, so in total, that's just going to be 6 silver.
Oh, perfect.
For, I assume the 1 night.
Yeah, just for 1 night. We're I guess also you might know more about this. How do we get to Nestle Valley?
Oh, Nestle Valley. Not a lot of people go to Nestle Valley from here. A lot of people come to here from Nestle Valley. So you're going to basically, the best way is you're going to be going through the mines. And generally in the mornings is when people travel through the mines.
Okay.
I don't know if you know too much about Nestle Valley, but Nestle Valley is a mining town. And they've got quite a few mines over there. They don't really mine in the mountain itself. But what a lot of people do is they live here in Westbury, and then in the mornings, the company and the people who work for the company travel through the mountain and make their way over to Nestle Valley, where they got some more of the mines. So if you're looking to stay for the night, you might want to head out in the morning with the rest of the miners.
Is there like a caravan or something?
There's it's sort of like a rail system. underneath. It passes you through the mountain in
that's
just a little under an hour. I haven't been over there in quite some time.
That's amazing.
But, just a little under an hour.
awesome. Well, I'm going to get things sorted with this wagon and horse, and I'll come back and talk to you about it when we get back and get more information.
Okay, thank you. I can't wait to see your friends.
And what was your name?
My name is Daisy Hope Singer. Very nice to meet you.
Daisy Hope Singer. Well, that's great. My name's Flynn Fellowweave.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and I'm part of the Iron Light Collective.
I don't know what that is, but
Actually, it's probably good because. Anyway, I'll be back.
Okay.
And I'll head back out to the group. Good news. There's stables around the corner here that I'm pretty sure I remember how to get to, and I got us rooms so we can stay here. Also, there's a caravan system thing that goes through the tunnels, so we can kind of get through them pretty quick.
What?
I really don't know what she was saying, but she was really quick. My halfling's a little rusty, but yeah, apparently there's a really easy system that gets you through. Like, this is like a mining situation, so the workers live here and then travel through the mine. So basically, we can get through really quick if we wake up in the morning.
It would make sense that some of these mines might actually be functional and not abandoned and full of
giants.
Yes.
Right.
I was under the... Each of our people are making decisions without consulting once again.
No, it's because you keep falling asleep, Shreya.
I'm falling asleep.
And I lower my head to be a little bit under.
mean, we can still decide not to take this, but it sounds like a good idea, Shreya, don't you think?
I would normally say yes, but I would opt for safety in most circumstances. It's just that I think being in this nation, we're in this nation more differently now than we were before we committed acts of treason, I think is the word. The laws.
Well, it'd be treason if we were citizens of the nation. You
Well,
know,
I
it's
suppose.
just terrorism, kind of.
It's also, it's kind of worth noting too. There might not be a lot of people who know that we did that because it doesn't seem like this is the kind of nation that wants to admit that they messed up.
It is surprising that those headlines had no... I mean, I don't know how fast information travels, but nothing in that headline about an enormous prison break.
Yeah.
They probably don't want to seem like they're making mistakes. And I don't know about you, but that warden, that Hastel guy, I don't think he wants to be seen making a lot of mistakes. So he probably hasn't told anybody.
And I think it just happened, so if we go quick, we might be all right.
Yes, these are all good points.
Your caution is warranted, though, Shreya. I can't help but agree that we should keep as low a profile as possible.
And I agree with Shreya. There's been a lot of decisions made lately that haven't been inclusive, so maybe we should talk about that sometime soon.
Well, we did invite you to come look at the letters, but you guys didn't want to.
I didn't know which rooms I could go into and not go into in that place.
That is fair, yeah, but I mean...
And I had to find Xavier. It's not like we just were no, we don't want to go.
Yeah, but we said we were going to grab letters and do that. Anyway,
Yeah, but then
let's
you
go.
didn't decide. You didn't say we were going to make a decision on how to proceed.
And I'll walk around and jump on the horse. Ha! And I'll try and find the stables that she directed me to.
Okay. You've got the directions, and you
Sure.
can find your way directly there.
Okay.
And as you are walking over, you actually pass by 3 little children who are kicking around a ball and playing in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a couple of houses over, a man calling out for the kids to come in for dinner. And you continue on past, and you make your way to the stable, and you're able to drop off the horse. Are you asking to sell the horse?
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach, you see a human man actually sitting there, and he is sort of sitting right next to his stables. You can see he just put the feed down for the horses, and he just is sort of taking a break there. You walk up and you see probably in his mid to late 40s, got a little bit of scruff on his beard, blonde hair, and as you approach, he sort of gives you a little nod.
Hello.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Well, I point back to the wagon and the horse. I'd like to sell these.
Oh, you'd like to sell them?
Yes, sir.
Oh, very good. Good thing I got a couple of extra spots open. How much are you looking to sell for?
Ah, man, I mean, they're new. We barely use them. I was thinking 100 gold.
I don't know. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. All right. 14.
100 gold seems a little steep there, friend.
Give me a counter offer, sir.
Wow. I mean, it looks like a great horse. If you're willing to include the cart there, I could do it for 85.
But
that's as high as I'll go.
That's pretty low. Did you do 90? What if I throw in this sword? I hold my sword out.
Oh my god.
I just sweeten the offer. Yeah. Don't tell the missus, but yeah, I'll take it.
Right on.
All right.
You got it.
And he ushers the horse in. He detaches the cart, and it's like,
Gold first, please.
oh yes. Before he does that, he goes over to. He's got like this little lockbox. He unlocks, opens it up, and counts out all the coin, and gives you 90 gold.
I am happy.
As he does, he takes the horse, detaches the cart, and sits back down right next to the feed and just starts inspecting his new sword.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Enjoy it.
Anytime.
As this is happening, I'm leaning over to Kellic and going,
Not that I'd ever want attention to be drawn to us, but when I saw that headline, I almost felt like we were unimportant, or like what we did didn't have any effect on the nation or their institutions or anything.
Nothing we do has any effect to try.
Oh. I put my hand back on his shoulder again. Surely you can't. No.
and I say to myself,
No. You must feel exactly what you're feeling right here and right now.
and I give him a nod, and I'm gonna give him a little buff. I'm gonna give him, as the crystal glows and I tap it to my forehead, I give him a little bit of resistance as a little pulse emanates through his body. My own gesture of goodwill.
I crumble just a little bit. I just my posture goes almost to like lean on Shreya, and then I catch myself and I just go reset to neutral as I start to just like limply get up out of the cart as it's being sold here.
As I kind of come back to the group, well, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I made some money.
Yes, I
Yeah, we saw.
recognize how good that feeling can be.
Yeah. Well, we can head back now if we want.
DM, were we privy to the details of that exchange, or was it I'm
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say you guys were just far
Okay.
enough away
Okay.
that this conversation was private.
Okay.
All right. I think we passed a store on the way here if we want to stop in and maybe grab anything before, but I already got us rooms at the inn for tonight. And then we just wake up in the morning and we can take the system, the transport system. Do I remember what it was called? The railway? Or?
She said that there was a rail system. She didn't name
Okay.
it specifically.
I'm kind of hungry. Is there like a tavern or something?
Did the inn that we stopped at, was it also like food or was it just lodging?
You saw that it was like, it's like right next to it. It's probably not the same exact building, but it's directly next to the inn. There was a little shop for food.
So there's a
Yeah.
place for food as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, right next to the Brightberry Inn, there's a food spot, so we can eat there if you want. We right next to the house.
I mean, it's been a long day, and I've been eating these nuts, but like, kind of old. I've had them for like a month, so
Yeah, let's just and I'll just like turn her hand over as they fall out of her hand onto the ground. Let's just leave those there, and let's go get some real food. And I'll walk over. Can I walk towards the store on our way back as we go?
The general store, or
yeah, I think you said we passed like the lady.
Yeah, there's a general store on the corner there. Yeah.
I mean, I might stop in here, and I'll point off to it as I walk.
Is there anything specific you want to pick up?
Oh,
This is like, it's like a little corner shop.
Sure,
with
do they
like your
have,
basics and essentials.
knickknacks.
Knickknacks. Yes. Well, I don't know if you would count it as a knickknack. You walk in and you see lining one of the walls various like jams and jellies and like preserves
Okay.
of like different colors. You see some red, purple, blue,
James and jellies.
some that are like more of a golden orange.
I'll go up to the, I guess, shopkeeper and just, is this like a common thing that people make here?
A dwarven man behind the counter. We got basically two things. We got the miners that go off to work there, and then we got, it's called Westbury for a reason.
Huh. How long will these last?
Got far past your lifetime and mine.
Whoa.
The jams?
Yeah.
What? Is that
Well, I mean, if you keep them sealed up like that,
really?
they should be good for, yeah.
I'll look at the shelves. Do they have different sizes, like small little like travel ones and like bigger ones? Do they have like small ones?
They have two sizes. You see that they have like a smaller, almost like a little sampler size, and then they've got one that's in a much bigger jar.
I'll take one of each. You said there's a jam and a jelly? Or is it like
There's
one
like
flavor?
a bunch of different. They've got strawberry, they've got blueberry, they've got
Westbury.
apricot, they've got Westbury.
What's your favorite?
I'm partial for the apricot myself.
Oh. And what's the most popular?
I gotta say the strawberries probably are.
All right, so
best
here's
seller.
a-
There's something about the dirt up here in the mountains that really like lets them thrive.
Okay, and I'll as I'm talking to them, I'll kind of look back out the door to the group and be like, "Are they impatiently waiting?"
I'm looking at the nuts on the ground, and I'm really thinking about whether I want to start eating them. So
I noticed maybe her looking there. I'm like, I
Yeah.
gotta get going. So I'll take one apricot sample size and one of the strawberry sample
All right,
size,
it's gonna be
please.
3 copper.
You got it, and I'll just grab a silver out of
Okay.
my little pouch. Bing.
Thank you very much.
Anytime. Thank you very much, and I'll throw them in my souvenir bag.
Okay.
And I'll head back out. All right. They have jams and jellies in there. I don't know if anyone. I'll actually go back in. And, could I have one more of the strawberry?
Yeah, which size?
Just the small one.
A small one. That's gonna be another copper. Well, you already covered it.
Thank
You're
you.
Good. You're
I
good.
appreciate it. And I'll go back over. Thank you. Bye. And I'll run over to Alma. She's staring at this nuts. And I'll just hold out a little travel-sized jam of strawberry jam to her.
thank you.
Maybe try this instead of. And I'll point to the nuts. They said it's the most popular one.
Cool. Do I just like eat it with a spoon or?
Or your finger.
I have some stale bread in here. And I pull out this rock hard loaf of bread that I got.
Can we have dinner? I mean, like, yeah, the jam looks nice. Thank you, Flynn. That was really nice of you. And the bread, and I like punch it, and it's like hard, and I like knocking. Yeah, I don't know about that bread,
Yeah,
but
I don't either.
but like, can we have food?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait.
I barge my beak into where the top of the jam cover is.
So I was like, wait, Flynn, do they have how it was in its original form?
I don't know.
I like swoop inside the store immediately.
Oh, hey.
Ask if they have bread.
Yeah. The things you use to make these containers with the bright glowing substances inside it.
Berries. You're talking about berries.
Yes. You have raw berries. Right?
Yeah, I got a couple crates out in the back.
Oh! And, take me there. Oh, and by the way, you might need some bread.
I got bread if you want bread.
Yes.
All right, follow me.
All right.
And you walk through the store out towards the back, and it opens up into, like, you walk out the back of this building, and there's like a little like a wooded gated area with a couple of crates. You see some strawberries, blueberries, all different types of berries.
Eyes get really wide.
Obviously, no, these haven't been turned into jams yet, so I could sell you a couple for a lower price.
That how low can you go in terms of the power of the bulk? If we're going to get bulky about this, I think it's the right term.
I mean,
Buying in bulk.
if you want one crate, I'll give you a crate for a silver. And the crates are probably, how big is that? That's probably about 3 feet by 3 feet.
Yes.
And I thrust my hands down and grab a crate.
I'll put the bread on. Put the bread on top.
All right, bread's gonna cost you another silver.
That's. Can you break a gold?
Yeah, sure. And he takes it. He goes up to the front, comes back with your change.
I longingly look at the shimmer of the gold fading away into his pocket.
Silver.
Then use some of the berries.
And I grab the berries and
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the It was native to this region.
I motion down my beak toward the berries.
Yeah, and he sort of leans out and looks out the front door and kind of squats down a little bit and points to an area just up on the mountain where you can see like these vineyards growing. Yeah, right there.
May have to. I nod my beak and sort of mental noting something as I stride back.
Thank you.
And I sort of stride back out toward the group.
What is that?
It comes in crates.
Just a bunch of strawberries.
Did you get bread, Shreya?
Right here. You see the...
And I motion my head since my hands are full.
Oh, good.
What are you
Poking
going
out
to
of
do?
the
You know,
bread
we're
poking out of it.
leaving like tomorrow morning.
Oh, this is a weight I'd gladly bear.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's... You're carrying it. Let's get going.
Maybe he can just eat them all
I
tonight.
guess we're taking some kind of rail system, we said?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
All right, well.
bear
I
bread
mean,
and
I'll eat some berries.
I'll also
Yes.
take some berries. That's a
but
good find.
Can we have real food?
Yes, let's go do that too.
I have some peanut butter in here and it's not stale. I don't know that it does that.
Okay, well, we keep trying to say we're going to have rations. Are we going to eat dinner or not? Are we just going to eat this stuff or what are we going to do?
Oh, I didn't know there was an option. I thought this was the best we could do in this situation. Is there
No.
a food place?
There's a food place.
Yep.
Next to the inn.
All right.
Do you not want to?
No, it's
We
fine.
can do whatever you want to
No,
do.
I'm going with you. Let's go. It's fine. Let's go.
All right, so you guys walk over to the little restaurant next to the inn that's sort of attached at the hip there. And as you walk in, you see that there's a little counter on the front with a little bell on the top and no one else in the restaurant.
I tried.
Have we seen anybody else in this town except for the people, other than the people who are running shops?
You have.
Oh, we saw the kids playing, right?
You saw the kids
Yeah.
playing, but
Okay.
And it's kind of late.
from the parents, like it
Yeah.
seems like this is sort of the time that the sun is going down, everyone's starting to sort of go back into their own homes and start to pack in for the night. It seems like just like a very quaint little town. There's probably not a lot of late night activity
Have
here.
we seen a lot of military, personnel? Like, have we seen any kind of like guards or like sheriffs or
Yeah,
any
you
kind
can
of?
make a perception or investigation check if you'd like.
Yo.
That's a crit fail.
Crit fail. You haven't seen enough people to make a judgment on that.
Cool.
I would like
Yeah.
to attempt to reach/jump to the bell that is probably too high.
Okay, you're just able to sort of get your fingertips up there, and as the bell rings, you hear after 2 or 3 seconds, you hear a door in the back of the restaurant open up and close, and then you start to hear the little pitter patter of feet. Hey, how can I help y'all? Oh, hey, Flint Fellowy.
Oh, hey! You own this building too?
Yeah, I just bought this. It was so convenient right next to the
Right, that's
next
smart.
to the inn. I just bought
Hey,
this
I mean,
about 2 years ago.
We're
So,
pretty smart, so.
can I get y'all in for dinner?
Yeah.
All right, just come this way.
Yes, they will be. I will be in the. Flynn, where's the room where we're staying?
Oh, it's in the other building. I'm gonna run him over to the building to drop off.
You're just gonna drop it off, or are you gonna come back?
We probably don't want to hold unless you want to put the berries. Is it? Sorry.
I will be deciding what I do when I get there.
Okay, it'd be nice if we could all have dinner together, Shreya. You know, we've had a lot of things going on, and it'd be nice if we could all be together.
Suppose I can part with.
I look longingly at the berries.
You can probably eat the berries here.
You could
Daisy,
just put them down next to the table, Shreya.
could you maybe cook us something with? And I'll point to the crate.
I could definitely do that.
We could do that. Maybe she can cook us up something good, like a pie or something.
I
He wants
don't
them
really
raw.
feel
raw.
Oh, right.
berries.
You're more than welcome to have them raw if you want to sit down at the table.
Perhaps on the side.
I've also got some bowls and plates and things if you don't want to be eating right out of the crate.
Out of the crate's just fine by me.
What other raw things do you have maybe back there, like fish?
No, we don't have any meats here. We just have fruits and vegetables, and then
That makes
I
sense.
do them various different ways. But
Okay.
you had mentioned a pie. I do my fair share of pies.
Do you already have a pie that maybe has some vegetables in it and like some sauces?
I have just the thing.
If there are raw vegetables, I prefer those too.
I can get you some raw vegetables.
Yeah, I'll have a vegetable pie, please.
I'll bring out the entire thing
It's like
for
do
a
it.
for
pot
anyone who
pie
wants it.
with potatoes or something like
I
that?
do have one with potatoes. Two pies. One veggies and one potato based.
That'd be perfect.
I mean,
Thank you.
potatoes are vegetables, so yeah, I want it all.
Okay,
Just
I'll bring
something hearty.
out 2. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I'll bring out some extras for you. All right. And she runs back, and she comes back out after a couple minutes with a couple of pies. One that's like thicker, sort of more potato based, and then another one that's got more like carrots, zucchini, something a little bit lighter. And she also comes out with a side plate of just raw vegetables.
Thank you so much.
Please enjoy.
Thank you.
I know you guys are staying in the inn over there, so if you guys want to just come over when you're done, you can settle up over there, and we can get you all set. All right.
Sounds good.
Yay.
All right.
All right.
She runs back into the back. You hear the door close, and you guys are pretty much alone in this restaurant. You are alone in this restaurant.
This is weird.
I'm shoving pie in my mouth.
I'm mowing down on those veggies.
It is the inn we were at, the place we stayed in Oakenspire. We always came in so late, it was empty like this, but here it doesn't feel like we're fugitives. It almost feels normal.
It just feels kind of empty. I mean, it is empty, but
To be honest, I quite like it.
It's kind of nice to know that there are some towns in Caldor that are nice.
Aren't militant, curfewed places where everybody's looking over their shoulders.
Yeah, well, it's like they're a city just like us. You know, they're a country just like we are, just like everywhere.
And as you guys are talking about this, you hear the front door open, and you see another couple of halflings, a very old halfling couple. Both of them, their hair stark white. As they sort of shuffle their way in, they hit the bell, and you hear Daisy come running back around, and she greets them and gives them both a hug and ushers them back to the back corner of the restaurant, where you notice a table there that's set up just a little bit differently than the other tables. It's got a little bit of a nicer cloth over the table. It's got a couple of candles there. It's got a vase with a single rose in there, and she sort of ushers them over and sits them down at the table. And she goes, "Can I get you your usual? Your usual gonna be good?" And they both nod, and she runs back and brings out a couple of pies, and then she runs back over to the inn and just got this little old halfling couple having a little date night in the corner.
I kind of just look at it for a little bit and just think about my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Just anything, just as I'm eating, I just kind of like look and like, oh, I hope they're doing okay.
I'm just chewing silently, although I'm enjoying this. This is food that I visibly don't dislike.
I'm picking out any seasonings that might be present in larger quantities, like bigger specks of spices, and I'm just taking them out of the veggies as I eat.
All right.
So we're gonna wake up in the morning and we'll follow the caravan?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. This group that goes through the mines.
It'll hopefully be a safer way than...
And
That
faster.
sounds really safe.
Yeah.
You mentioned caravans. What is the purpose of these? What is a caravan?
Well, a caravan is usually a party like ours, but multiply it by a few different groups, but all with the same goal. So they travel in a group together, usually a series of wagons. Just a way to... I used to be part of them fairly often with pilgrimage, just to go from town to town. It's just a safe way to travel.
And presumably they're going in our same direction.
Well, this sounds like it's going through the mine. That's what you were saying then.
Yeah. I think she said it was like on a rail system or something.
So
it
probably not wagons.
maybe just carts or something. I'm not
And
really
they just
sure.
regularly go to Nestle Valley?
Well, I mean, whenever we go back to the inn, we can ask Daisy more about it. She seemed to know some. But I figured, it's good enough for me.
Well, we need to know how early so that we know that we're there in time.
Yeah, she'll probably know.
We're no strangers to early mornings.
No. Gonna look at Kellic. How does he look?
Make an insight check. I'm not. It's hard to tell.
Dirty 20.
Oh. Dirty 20, yeah. You can see I'm putting on a very hard face, but there's just every other sentence that comes out like a normal sentence, I then recede back into something like a different place. Like I go to a totally different place. And then whenever we have a social interaction, I like kind of show up for it, but I'm just like keep dropping back into a place.
It's been a long day. And I look between Flynn and Kellic and Shreya, and then Flynn and Shreya and Kellic and Shreya. Are we all okay?
Yeah,
This morning was kind of crazy, and now we're not really talking about anything.
What do you want to talk about, Alma?
Nothing, I just don't want it to be so tense. I don't mind if we don't talk, but I don't like it when we don't talk and then we all have this like strain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
What? We're fine. We're eating dinner together, like you asked.
Yes, we're completely fine. We're set to rise with the fingers of Caldurian industry and travel with them tomorrow as companions. Totally fine.
Everyone's fine.
Yeah, everything's fine.
As is necessary, Shreya. You have more trouble than usual with this?
I don't want to talk about it either.
As I shrug and
Oh boy.
All right, well, I'm done, so I'm going to go back over to the inn, and I'll stand up and head over.
This has been very fruitful.
It's been a pretty easy day, all things considered. It's easy trek from our stock to here.
Yeah, easy day.
I give a whip of my head.
If anyone would like berries, I'm going to leave them at the foot of my nest.
I follow Flynn.
What the heck happened between you and Flynn?
I'm just scraping the last bit of like flake crust around on my plate. Nothing. I don't know. What do you mean? I don't. Whatever is going on with Flynn is his problem. It's not mine.
Well, something's going on because he would barely look at you earlier, and then like he came out of the house this morning and he like was grumpy and grouchy, and then Shreya and I had to like go and calm everyone down. I don't know what him and Shreya talked about, but
Well, no, I don't know. I truly don't. He thinks we can solve these problems so simply. And I want that to be true, but I know it's not. I don't have any of the answers. And every step we take forward, it feels like we lose more than we gain.
I let out a sigh.
And every errant task we take on, we're further and further away from resolving the real problems. But you should have seen that requisite, that place in Ironlight, full of cries for help. Old ones. I don't know if this world can be repaired. And and it's like Flynn just wants me to believe that it can be.
I let out a sigh, but I smile a little bit because I'm really happy that Kellic is talking. Kellic, do you want to go for a walk?
No.
Okay, well, I don't know if the world can be repaired, and I don't know if our job is to be the end-all, be-all of the repair, but I agree that the world is messed up, and everybody in this town just seems so happy, and it's like they're in a different world than everyone else. And I don't see how some people can suffer so much and other people can just be so happy. Why can't everybody just do their own thing and be happy?
I look just like vacantly in Oma's general direction with like just incredulity on my face. Like, I don't know. I keep trying to get on the right side of it.
Maybe there isn't a right side. Maybe it hasn't been developed yet. Like maybe there's a third side and it's our side.
Everyone believes that.
Everyone believes what?
That they're finding the new thing to fix all things.
Well, you can only put one foot in front of the other and keep doing the next right thing, right? You said that. You just do the next right thing. And so we're doing the next right thing.
Yes.
Right?
Right. So, let's not talk about it anymore.
No. That's not what I mean.
Well, that's all I can think to do, Oma. Doing the right thing will always take something from you.
What do you mean?
That's all I can see on this path for us. I've been trying all my life to do the right thing. Closing doors. To make a message clear. Well, when I was on one of my early pilgrimages, I went to this place called Saxondale. I was stationed there for some time there. The temple there was small, fresh. And Saxondale is this divided place, even within the nation. It is divided not by gods or beliefs, but by money, resources. These kind of warlords. And they would withhold water from citizenry just for money. Just to hold power where they could. Not so different from these squabbles, these divine squabbles we find ourselves amongst. And one day I went to this man, this leader, this half-orc, Elric, and confronted him. I strode past all of his boorish companions, these men that could have torn me limb from them, and I told him that he could not best me because I had the gods on my side. And I spat in his face, and I said, "You give the water back to these people, or every day I'll come in here and I'll spit in your face and give that water to you. And you can't touch me because I have the gods on my side." And I don't know how it worked, Alma, because I walked out of that space and he released the water. A week later, He was killed by one of his own men for showing weakness. And they raised the prices. You just always lose something. You understand?
Not really. I mean, I don't really know what it's like to gain things. I've just lost everything all the time.
Well, we've got your mentor back, right?
Yeah, but he's not here.
Well,
And
for his
the
own
way
safety.
we lived isn't back, and sure, he's alive, and I like to know that he's alive, but can't go back to what it was. The more and more I learn about Kaldor, and Addersfeld, and everywhere, the more and more I just feel like no one knows what to do. So all these people with power who withhold water, or make rules on who's spies, or put people in prison, or decide who to help, none of them know what's right and what's wrong any more than we do. So why should we listen to anybody except for what we want? That stupid outpost, for example. Why was it there? It didn't have to be there. No one had to die. And this stupid fight. Everybody in the army, they don't even care. They're just listening to somebody else who tells them what to do.
They want to protect their families.
Yeah, but they're working there because someone told them to.
Well, I just kind of shrug. It's not so simple. Do you just give up when people try to take things from you?
No.
The way I see it, if this war is to be resolved, there's going to have to be some kind of agreement. Which means the leadership of Andel and Ganbaldir saying, hey, we'll give you this territory, we'll give you positions of power in these regions, and we'll destroy all the temples to the old gods or renew them. And some people won't take to that. Some for a very good reason.
Well, what if we can prove that there are no more old gods to be fighting for?
Well, we don't know if that's true.
Okay, well, we can find out if that's true.
I'm like rubbing my temples.
We can find out if that's true. You seem to think that they're losing power.
It seems that way to me. All I know is they're leaving.
Well, maybe it's just this chaos, right? Maybe if we can find the end of that, it'll stop stoking the fire.
How interconnected are these things?
Well, maybe it's just stoking the fire, though, right? It's like they're just trying to sow chaos and sow chaos and sow chaos. So maybe these nations wouldn't be fighting if they didn't have that.
It certainly doesn't help. It seems that the Red Wolf Order is fanning the flames.
They're just a puppet master who's causing all of this strife. So we just need to focus, and we need to try to get rid of them.
But the war would exist without them.
Well, but maybe there will be more peace talks, like you said, if we didn't have somebody in the middle causing trauma, causing more and more drama.
I nod quietly to this. Right, so... just, for tomorrow, right? First things first. Destroy the Order of the Red Wolf, right? Probably get that done by breakfast. And then after that, prove the old gods are dead.
Okay, I'm not dumb, so don't sit there and treat me
All
like
right,
I'm dumb.
I'm not condescending to you, Alma. I'm just trying to demonstrate the gravity of the tasks before us.
I'm aware, but you can't just sit here and be quiet all the time and stare at Flynn like he's killed your puppy and be...
I haven't done that.
Okay, and be sad about everything and come out of your shell to talk to us and then disappear back into the unknown all day long, because then nothing's gonna get done. So we're making the next step forward, right? And so, yes, maybe not tomorrow we'll defeat the Order of the Red Wolf, but eventually, and all of our steps need to be going towards that direction, right? We just need to take every step towards that so that we can try to help, or we just give up here and now. What do you want to do?
I haven't given up, Alma. I'm just... It just comes as a blow. I thought after we blew up the ship in Cold Crest that we had more time, so...
Yeah. But maybe that made it worse.
Hard to say. I don't know what to tell you. I can't... I'm trying not to feel this way.
You're allowed to feel however you want to feel.
I don't want to.
Well, maybe that's the problem. You can't tell yourself not to feel.
I'm just going to put a foot in front of the other, right? So, that's it. We have steps. I jest. Apologies. I made a joke, but you're right. It's a good idea. It's as good as one as we have at the moment.
Well, and we can do as much good as we can along the way. You were right. Helping that family have a baby was the right thing to do. Okay? I said it. So we can just help as many people as we can along the way, as long as we keep going towards getting rid of the cult of the Red Wolf.
I'm all for that. But do you want to present it to the group first?
I thought we were all on the same page with that one. Are we not?
I know, Homer. I know. Well, whatever the case, stop the Order of the Red Wolf. Help everyone who can along the way.
But I want us to decide to help them. I don't want somebody else to tell me that who I have to help.
What do you mean?
Well, what if somebody tells me to help somebody, but they're the wrong people to help, and I don't get to decide that for myself?
I don't think anyone can decide anything for you, Alma.
Well, I just mean like all these letters that are asking for help. How do we know who is the right and who is the wrong on this side?
Just gives us a destination.
I know. I
have
agree.
every intention of figuring out what exactly is going on with this.
That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
Well, then we are certainly on the same page there.
I trust you, and I trust Flynn, and I trust Shreya, and I trust Hayfried and Xavier, and that's it.
What about James?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. He's a little bit...
I trust him, but like he doesn't really tell us anything. He doesn't really have any power, so
no,
like...
he's just a bystander.
I mean, I trust him as much as I trust Timmy.
Sure. No, I hear you. This Iron Knight collective business, it disquiets me.
I just don't like that they told Flynn to stand down and that he just listens. Does he not see that he's so much better than them? That he deserves so much more than what they have to offer, but he listens to them like they own him, but he's worth 50 of them.
I did all manner of things for the Temple of Emir. Sometimes it takes time to unshackle yourselves from these things you attach yourself to at a young age. I share your impatience.
I just think that he could do so much better. You know, he's got a good head on his shoulders and he can make good choices and he can help so many people. But if he continues to listen to somebody who tells him who to help, I feel bad for all the people he can't help.
I just nod glumly. Let's go to bed, yeah?
Yeah. I take one last bite of pie.
All right. And you make your way back over to the inn.
I leave a silver on the table.
Okay. Daisy sort of does a hand motion and shows you the direction of your rooms. And
What do we owe you for the pie?
I probably would have paid for it.
yeah, Flynn already paid.
Oh. Okay,
You
thank
guys are good. Yeah, your rooms are just up there.
All right.
Thanks.
All right, and you guys head up to your rooms. You're all taking separate rooms, yeah?
Yeah, I bought 4 rooms.
Probably a smart decision, as these rooms are very small and quaint little rooms. But each of you fits comfortably in each of yours. Is there anything you guys want to do before you head off to bed?
Some meditations and some rituals, and if there's a window in the room, I look out the window toward the night sky and say a few words, and then I lean my staff out the window. Might as well get in good practice.
As this incredibly bright burst of light just beams out from the crystal up toward the sky as I let the staff, twilt and twirl for a few minutes. Not as bright as I remember it. I shake the staff a little bit, and it flickers a little bit, and even more. And the light's this purple magenta hue.
All right. Flynn?
Do I have Thaddeus?
Yes, you do.
So in my room, I guess maybe once I've said my goodnights to Shreya as we arrive to our rooms, I would have liked to have pulled out Thaddeus.
Okay.
Turn him on for 10 minutes.
All right. And his eyes glow purple. Hey!
Hi. Hi. Sorry, we haven't turned you on in a while.
How long has it been?
Oh boy. What was the last thing you remember?
Last time I was awake, it was dark. We were in mines.
Wow, that was...
How long since then?
Pretty long. We did some stuff. Yeah, we lost a horse, dropped off an orc family, met some people. Man, we also went to Oakenspire and then went away from Oakenspire and then went back to Oakenspire and broke out a friend and are probably now wanted fugitives, and then went to Addersfeld. I got yelled at, and then we went back to Hayfreeze, dropped off a bird, and then rode down to here. I think that's everything.
Good thing I wasn't awake.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah. So how have you been?
Asleep.
Oh, right. Anyway, just wondering, been thinking about stuff. Do you know anything about the Iron Light?
Not really. No.
No, you don't have any. Right. Tap his head.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
Sorry.
If that doesn't uncover any more
No,
information.
it doesn't work.
No.
Okay. Man. Well. Do you want to see my books?
Sure.
Then I'll pull out my abjuration book, my evocation book, my Iron Light book. So I've been learning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Learning how to make me a new body?
Oh, yeah. Definitely did not come upon an opportunity to do that. So yes, we are looking still real hard.
That's interesting because in the little summary of what you guys have been up to recently, it didn't sound like that. That was not indicated.
Well, there's just so much going on, but it's been there. We've been thinking about it. just keeping an eye out, keeping a peel, keep looking. We're looking. But anyway, I got these books that might have answers. Maybe you can decipher some of it.
Let me see the books.
I will open up the abjuration book and the evocation book and my book.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I can't read any of this.
Don't you cast magic?
I do.
How?
Well, it just sort of happens.
Just
I mean,
sorta
it's kind
happens.
of built into me.
Oh, it's built into you. That must be nice.
Just flip the switch in the back of my head if this is going to be our conversation.
I want to so bad, but no. Because I need a friend.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Now I have something to work with.
Full transparency, Thaddeus. We did see an opportunity to get you a body.
Thank you for being honest with me.
And it was just, there's a lot going on, and we didn't have time to go back and look. Things happened kind of fast. But we got information. And I'll do like the infinity symbol with my finger.
Yeah.
We saw maybe, like, do you know what that means? There were parts like you in there.
Yeah. That's where we sort of have to be careful. Be careful.
Why?
I mean, with that symbol comes, I don't know. Certain people want me back. I'm sort of a valuable piece of hardware to some people.
Well, we're not strangers to that. So
if you find anything with that symbol, it's important that if there's anyone surrounding that symbol, they don't know that you have me.
Okay.
I'd very much appreciate that.
Okay.
Second of all, if you see something with that symbol, probably headed in the right direction as far as finding new parts, a new body.
Got it. Do you know of anywhere else we can find this stuff? We're heading to, and I'll pull the map out and kind of angle his head down. We're heading here, and I'll point to Nestle Valley. We're here right now, and I'll point to Westbury. We're going to be going up here, and I'll point to the Dakir ruins. Anywhere around? I mean, maybe Flint Dew Fort? That looks pretty big.
Your best shot, I mean, just as far as like parts and finding things, probably going to be Oakenspire.
Yeah, we can't really go back there.
Okay.
Remember when I told you stuff was moving pretty fast? That's the place that things were moving.
I mean, they had me being shipped north.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what's up there. But if they had me being shipped north, I assume they've got more parts being shipped up there.
Well, we do have someone that's kind of magical that maybe has access to... We've asked him so much stuff already, though. I don't know. It's maybe a thing. Anyway, it's good to talk to you.
Good to be awake.
How much more time do we have? Do you think I'm strong?
Do you feel that is something that you require to have worth?
I don't know. Maybe a better question is, do you think I'm good?
Yeah.
Why does everyone in the party think I'm doing the wrong thing?
I also haven't been awake in some time.
That's true. I forget. So basically, I just feel like every time I bring on an option or say I have to get something done, it's always second. As soon as we found out Xavier needed help, we all went and helped him across the country to help him, and we put everything on hold. But as soon as I have a thing that's kind of on the way, I feel like it's being questioned, even though it's super important to me. And I just don't understand why my friends can't see that this is something that's important. And instead, they just belittle it and say it's stupid.
It's very difficult when you want something and the people around you just aren't willing to accommodate that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You find that frustrating?
It's just, I just really wish
When
they
you
would
really
listen.
want a goal, something to be achieved that you feel is like essential for your being.
Yeah, I do. Like it's something I've been
And
working for my whole life.
You talk
and
to people about it, and it just sort of seems like an afterthought, right?
yeah, exactly. I just don't know if you've ever, dealt with something like that. Are you still on? And I'll.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Still,
I just
please
didn't know
don't.
if you were. I don't know. It's great to talk to you.
Yeah, pleasure every time.
We will get you a body. I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
And I'll hold you to me. And I'll. Anyway, sorry, that was weird. Do you eat?
I don't need to.
Okay. So when you're sleeping, do you dream?
Not really. It's just sort of
Dark.
a vast emptiness.
That does suck. I'll make sure to turn you on more often.
That'd be great.
So tomorrow morning, we're going to be going on a rail system thing through the tunnels to Nestle Valley to help a family member of, one of the sentinels, sentinel that somebody was trying to be one. Maybe we'll turn you on for that.
That'd be great. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, maybe you can, be there.
I'd love that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go to bed.
Okay.
I'll leave my books out if you want to read them.
Could you just prop me up by the window?
Sure. And I'll and set them on the little nightstand facing out.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night. And I'll go to bed.
And as you lay your head down to go to sleep for the night, that is where we're going to end this session.
Oh.
I'm going to call it right there. Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see y'all again next week. Bye, nerds.
Bye,
nerds.
Bye-bye.
Hey nerds, it's Shane. Thanks so much for listening to that episode. If you like what you're hearing, give us a like, a rating, a review. If you're on Apple Podcasts, you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page to find the review section. Just hit that 5-star button and then type out some really sweet words that mean nice things.
Like, I love Shane.
Yeah, like I love Shane. Do that specifically. We'd really appreciate it, and it'll help more people, believe it or not, come to the show. They'll be like, who's this Shane guy? Why does he seem so awesome? And that would be really great because we really want this show to reach as many listeners as possible. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you in the next one, nerds.
See ya.